1997 was a major year for Mega Man. It was his 10th anniversary, he made his 32-bit debut, the X-Series moved to the PlayStation line as its new home, and he made his jump into 3D with Mega Man Legends. Legends not only showed us the Blue Bomber's first adventure in the third dimension, it also saw him branching out into a whole new gameplay style. In honor of Mega Man's 30th anniversary, and the announcement of Mega Man 11, here is Mega Man Legends for Sony's little gray box, the PS1. Thousands of years in the future, Earth is now covered in water, with only small islands as the remaining patches of land on the planet. Technology has advanced to the point where machinery is powered by refractors, large crystals that give off immense amounts of energy. Since refractors can only be found in the ruins of an ancient civilization that existed long before the events of the game, the bravest adventurers in the world took it upon themselves to recover them, giving rise to a group called the Diggers. There's a legend among the Diggers of a treasure called the Motherlode. According to this legend, the Motherlode has the power to end all the energy problems in the world, but no one has found even a single clue about where this fabulous treasure could be, making it the most sought-after treasure in existence. If it even exists in the first place, that is. The actual plot begins with a young digger named Mega Man Walnut, in the middle of exploring some ruins to recover a refractor. After fighting a giant Reaverbot, the Guardians of the Ruins, he converges with his spotter and best friend, Roll Casket, his robot monkey companion Data, and Roll's grandfather Barrel, a digger retiree. Yes, Mega Man and Roll aren't brother and sister in this series, which keeps some later events from being squeaky. Their ship's engine fails, forcing them to crash land on the nearby island of Catalogs. After meeting up with the locals and exploring a bit of the city, Mega Man comes across a strange girl and a trio of robots who totally don't look like Lego figures, ordering them to search for information. I'm sure that's not suspicious at all. Mega Man again crosses paths with her and rescues her from an angry dog. Yada yada yada, more exploring, and Mega Man and Roll learn that the city is under attack by pirates. Yeah, it turns out that the girl and her robots are part of the infamous air pirate group The Bonds, made up of the girl, Tron, her baby brother in a mech suit, Bon, her robot minions, the Surfbots, and finally her older brother and the leader of the family, Teasel. Mega Man defeats the Bonds and saves the city, which leads into the meat of the game, searching through the Subgate ruins for refractors and a way to open the island's largest ruin, the Main Gate, which is said to house a mysterious treasure inside it. Possibly even the Motherlode. Mega Man has several more run-ins with the Bonds, defeating them each time, during which Tron starts to develop a crush on our hero, which ultimately goes nowhere in this game. Now, I'm gonna pause here for a moment to give you a spoiler alert. If you don't want to see how the story ends, skip to this part of the video. Okay? Okay. Mega Man enters the main gate and finds another Mega Man, calling himself Mega Man Juno. Yeah, turns out that the Mega Man we've been playing as is not only a humanoid robot that served as a sort of exterminator for the ancient civilization, his real name is Mega Man Trigger, and that he has amnesia, but all the humans on the planet are actually synthetic life forms called carbons, and Juno's role is to wipe them out with a satellite when their population passes a certain point, which it did long ago. Mega Man defeats Juno, and then does it again. Someone's been taking notes from Sigma, but he's unable to stop the satellite from wiping out all life on Earth. That is until Data shows up and uses a command to shut the whole thing down. Turns out that Data is part of that civilization too, and he holds all of Mega Man's memories. And here I thought he was just a cute dancing monkey that saved my game. The day is saved, Mega Man and his crew bid farewell to everyone on the island, and the story ends with the Bonds stealing a giant refractor from the main gate and sailing off into the distance. Okay, now that that's over with, let's talk about gameplay. Mega Man Legends is a radical departure from the classic Mega Man gameplay, abandoning the platformer genre, and instead going for an adventure style reminiscent of the 3D Zelda games, although Legends debuted in Japan a year before Ocarina of Time did. You have a hub town to explore, ruins to delve into, treasure to collect, and bosses to fight. What sets Mega Man Legends apart from other games in the genre is the way that you can customize Mega Man. Along the way, you pick up buster parts that can be used to boost your arm cannon stats to suit your playstyle, and items that Roll can use to create new special weapons, such as mines, grenades, missile launchers, more missile launchers. Roll really loves her explosive weapons, huh? And a few situational attachments like a drill that can be used to break certain walls, and a vacuum that sucks up money. You can also upgrade every stat of these special weapons, which can lead to some game-breaking weapons. I'm looking at you, Shining Laser. In addition to the story, there's plenty of side quests to do, like finding treasures to display in a museum, repairing the buildings that were damaged in the fight against the Bonds, and chasing after some robbers. There's plenty to keep you occupied in Mega Man Legends, which is impressive for an early 3D game. One of the big criticisms people have for Mega Man Legends is its awkward controls, and I'm fine with them, personally speaking. They're a variation on tank controls, but they're much better than what you'd find in games like Resident Evil or Siphon Filter. You move Mega Man in all 8 directions with the D-pad, turn him left and right with the L1 and R1 buttons, and lock onto enemies with the R2 button. The rest is self-explanatory. X jumps, square fires the arm cannon, triangle fires a special weapon, or does this adorable little kick in the city. And circle lets you walk slowly, and later lets you use a pair of rocket skates, assuming you find the correct parts to build them. The movement definitely takes some getting used to, but I still find it to be simple to learn, especially once you figure out that almost every boss can be taken out by circle strafing. If there's anything that PS1 Mega Man games are remembered for, it's their terrible voice acting.
Hey, Zap! Why must I fight you? We are not enemies!
Emergency, all Maverick hunters on...
What am I fighting for?
Mega Man Legends breaks that trend by giving us actors who actually know how to act. It's nothing fantastic, but it blows every other 90s Capcom game out of the water. Mega Man is voiced by a boy, Roll has this sweet, innocent tone to her voice, Tron sounds appropriately bratty, and Teasel is a goddamn riot. Good old Robert Smith. You were awesome until you were arrested for child porn. It's true, look it up. And is it me, or does Barrel sound like the Team 4-star version of Master Roshi?
Hey, Mega Man! Come to check up on me, eh?
All thanks to my submarine, the USS Medic!
There's definitely some awkward line readings in there, but everything else sounds natural. By the way, that's Ikoue Otani, the voice of Pikachu as Bon Bon. Weird, right? The music. Oh god, the music! It's absolutely fantastic! As opposed to the way the Classic and X series use music to pump you up, Mega Man Legends music is more about setting a mood, from the relaxed Apple Market theme, to the ominous sounds of the ruins, to the iconic high-octane music in the battle against the Gesellschaft, which has become a sort of unofficial theme for the series. All of it is fantastic, and suits each area perfectly. Hell, some of its areas don't even have music, and just rely on ambient sounds to set the tone, which is surprisingly effective. So what's the verdict? Well, in case you couldn't tell, I absolutely love this game, and I highly recommend it to anyone that's looking for a good adventure game for the good old PS1. Now, just as a warning, the Mega Man Legends games go for some pretty high prices online, although Legends 1 is the cheapest. However, they're also available on the PS1 Classic section of the PSN store, so you can pay way less for them, and even take them on the go with you if you have a Vita. I'm Haseo, I hope you enjoyed my first ever review, and I'll see you guys next time.